from my Carolina home. Had dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at the end, but so far it's been hell. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. We were digging and shifting from 5 to 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flowed free like the whiskey in the bars. Sin was the big thing, Lord, and Satan was a star. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And blood lined the streets. Men were shot down for the sake of having fun, or just to hear the noise of their 44 guns. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Now my widow, she weeps by my grave. Tears flow free for her man couldn't save. Shot down in cold blood by a gun that carried fame, all for the useless and no good, worthless claim. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, YouTubers and friends. I hope you're all feeling a lot better than some of us on this side of the screen, I tell ya. We're minus Rose tonight. She's not doing too well. I believe she's in the ER. So please, some prayers for her. Toledo Jess and I are feeling under the weather, so it's going to be a short show tonight. But we have Tony from Just Dirt Digging Fishing, sorry. Just Dirt Fishing with us tonight. We're going to hear about his channel. And if I could get Mr. Lodak throw out a link so you could go visit his channel. And if you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, go hit up his channel. Show him some Flash Fam love. But with no further ado, let's get this party started while I still can. Hey, YouTubers and friends, thanks for joining us for another episode of Your Mics Are Hot. Oops. With Toledo Jess, Dano, the Treasure Vixen, and Your Mics Are Hot. But I accidentally muted the intro when I did that. Oh, one of those nights, boys and girls, one of those nights.
Hello, everybody. Hello, all.
And our lovely sister from the land down under's with us. Hi, Nikki.
Nikki. So,
I see we have the
Nikki,
Canadians
what's up,
with
GoPro
us.
Unlimited? Arcos. Dano, what's up? Oh. CPU. I'm always in the chat room. I just don't always chat in the chat room.
Just don't always chat.
He likes lurking. Hey, Terry Curry, how are you? Marcos, good to see ya. And we have, I thought I saw Dan in here.
I see Hip B, Explorer in the room. Brewer's Prospecting here.
Well, there's a special Aussie I want to say hi to.
Rachel, how are you tonight? Round up.
I thought I saw Diver Dan from down under.
Haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I'm scrolling back because I'm sure I saw.
Okay. And there's the world's best moderator, Mr. Lodak. What's up, Jared?
I just sent their package out today. I didn't have time last week. I worked too damn much.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Jeff Brewer Prospecting, and our brother Peter. I haven't been able to mail out your messages yet. I've been sick the last 2 days. So hopefully tomorrow. Geez.
Ron F, what's up?
I knew I saw him in here. Boy, my head today's not is more blonde than normal.
I was going to say it's probably overtaking your blonde, is it?
Hey, My blonde's taking over my blonde. Yeah. Hey, Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting.
Hey, there's the other side of the boat. What?
Huh. Hey, other side of the boat. Would that be the port or starboard? Joe, how are
Inside
you
or
doing?
outside? Rocky Mountain Light Prospecting. Thanks for. Oh, you just subscribed it. Just cool. I think he's trying to get up to that 1,000, I believe.
Hi, Rochelle. How are you, sis? Terry Marshall, another one of our friends from down under. It's good to see you. Gibbs Treasure. I could have swore I saw down under Dave.
Having
Oh,
flashbacks, are you, Ed?
I'm not flashbacks. I'm having dead spots in my head thinking, It's like, duh. Ron F., good to see you. Whatever. Thank you all for being here, Heavy Meadow. But I thought I saw him here. He's starting to do kind of the Adventures with Purpose stuff down under.
Yeah.
Dan is.
Moto, what's up?
I know he's at work right now, so he could be just taking a break and jumped in. Hip B, how you doing? Wes and your partner. It's good to see all of you. Good to see all of you. I'm gonna pin this guy up so we can let oops, we not the right thing, Ed. We can let the punishing begin. Everybody meet our sucker this week. I mean our guest this week, Tony from Just Fishing, Dirt Fishing. Jeez whiz.
It's all right.
I don't think I have one stitch of red hair on me now. It's totally blonde.
That's all right. We'll forgive you for the night.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. At least I'm remembering your real name,
This is true. I'm glad. That's a plus.
Something's going right, I guess.
We were able to turn the computer on and work it.
So Tony, you're a metal detectorist, right?
Yes, I also explore. I do. Well, I haven't got into exploring yet. I want to start soon. I want to start exploring like abandoned properties and buildings and such like that, like you see on YouTube, you see all the time. I want to start getting into that, and
That's cool.
and add that to my list of criteria of things to do on my channel. So it's something I've been thinking about for a while and been actually practicing to make sure I do it right. And
what do you mean practicing? How do you practice? How do you practice exploring abandoned buildings?
I guess the camera angles. I'm kind of a perfectionist. Just like before I started my YouTube channel, I practiced behind the camera for about 2 months before I even decided to cut loose with the channel. Just because I wasn't the one that liked to be in front of the camera. I always liked to be behind the camera. I would actually run when the camera come out. So I had to get my nerves ready to be in front of the camera, so it's when I say practice, I just make sure I swing the camera just right, make sure I swing the camera slow enough so it's not blurry for everybody to see, and things like that, the little detail stuff,
right,
that I'm trying to work out until I actually launch it. So other than that, I'm a family man. I have 2 kids at home. I have 2 adult kids on their own, and so I'm actually a stay-at-home dad from a 6 to a 4-year-old. So I'm lucky enough where I can stay home with the kids every day.
Awesome.
So it makes it an interesting life, but I love it.
Especially when you say a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old.
6-year-old boy and a 4-year-old little girl.
Yee-ho-lay.
Yeah.
I got my
And
hands full, but I love it.
Cool. Yes, man.
I'm glad I'm to the point where I can just send grandchildren home.
Yeah, I got grandbabies now. That's simpler.
I got grandbabies too with my older kids.
Feed
So
them full of junk
I
food
got
and say, see ya.
Mountain Dew and a candy bar and send them home.
what? You don't get bags of sugar? I got a little packet
fill them
of
full of
sugar.
sugar and send them home and be on about their business.
Right?
But
right.
you know,
Little packets
I'm
you
like,
get in the restaurant. Little packets you get in the restaurant. Get me
Yeah.
those.
pour in the drink and let them and kick them out the door. They have fun. Now it runs for an interesting life. I mean, I love my life. I can't complain. No complaints at all. You know, just like everybody that has a family life, it's hard to get out sometimes and detect and make a video for the audience out there. But you know, if you're anything like me, family comes first. So, and, you know, and that's more important to me than a lot of things. And so I make a priority, you know, to spend time with my family and to make sure we do things with the family and with the kids and keep them occupied and busy. So, you know, sometimes that puts my channel on the backside a little bit. And then there's times where I can produce a lot of videos, and you know, it's a fun ride. I mean, I wish I'd have done this years ago when I was a lot younger than I am now.
How long you been doing YouTube videos?
I think January or February would be 3 years. I'm still a newbie, considered a newbie.
Yeah.
So
did you start off doing metal detecting videos or?
yeah, I got a metal detector for Christmas. I started filming the next week.
Yeah,
Practicing, and about a month later, I started producing the videos and all things. So as soon as I started metal detecting, I started doing videos. So I didn't waste no time at all.
So did you wind up going after, you know, like certain types of treasure, or you just, you know, anything and everything?
I love the thrill of the hunt. I love not knowing. I love not knowing what's in that ground. I can do tons of research on a piece of property, but in reality, we don't know what's there. We don't, in the reality of the things, we still don't know what's laying in that ground. It could have a lot of history and a lot of activity, but then there could be nothing there. You know, it could already been dug up. That's the thrill I like. It doesn't matter if I'm swinging or walking the creek looking. It doesn't matter if I'm on an old farm site. It doesn't matter if I'm in the woods. As long as I'm swinging, I'm enjoying. I'm having fun and enjoying it. That's the main goal to me, is having fun.
So have you learned a lot of things since you started metal detecting? History things about your area, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm newer to the area I'm in right now, but the area I started at, in this area here, and now everywhere I go, I've researched my area where I would have done that before. You know, just before I even started metal detecting, I would have never researched the areas that I live in. You know, I would have looked them just to see what happened, but I wouldn't have gone detail and where was old home sites sitting, what was in this creek, what was in that creek. I would have never done that before until I started metal detecting. And now, to me, every piece of ground has a story. Doesn't matter what the story is, but it still has a story. And I take that to note on every area that I go to detect. That's my mentality. It has a story, and I want to find the story, whether it be iron, whether it be lead. I haven't been lucky enough to find gold. I'll be on cloud 9 the day I find some gold. But you know, that's what I'm looking for, and that's what in my mentality, what I do when I go out onto a site, especially a new site. I want to find the story. So I got a site right now that's lucky enough. I live in an area that there was a lot of Civil War activity around. So I don't have to go very far to metal detect. Most of my last probably 10 videos have been within 10 minutes of my house.
Cool.
So I've been lucky to where I don't have to travel and go. One, I'm not able to drive 45 minutes to an hour to go detect on the spot just because, you know, we got one car, so I like to stay close to home just in case I need it. But, you know,
You got kids.
so, yeah, I have kids, so I don't want to be 45 minutes from the house and I get the call, I got to get home. So I like to be kind of close. But,
Yep.
you know, lucky enough, like I said, I'm got all this history right around me where I can go look. And I found an old farm site. I found it a couple months ago, but I finally got to it the last time I went out about 3 weeks ago. So I'm waiting to get back to it.
Are you having any difficulties getting permissions or?
Not yet. Lucky enough, it's been a long time since I door knocked, but lucky enough, the spots that I'm detecting now are public properties.
Nah.
So the city owns the property. So lucky enough, I called my city and I got a permit for all the city parks in my area. And so there's one park that's like 900 acres.
Wow.
So it's got 3 or 4 old home sites that I can detect on if I want it. Just where I was at my last video, it's got an old home site on it. So I get lucky. Most of the parks in my area are old home sites where they just tore down the homes and turn them into parks, you know. So that's where I can get kind of lucky. I got enough on my plate right now that all city properties, I really don't have to door knock.
Well, that's cool. I mean,
And it's okay with the
if you
city
don't have
ordinance?
it, yeah. Oh, go ahead, Ed.
He was saying city property, is it okay with the city ordinances?
Well,
Pardon me.
I was just gonna ask him about that. So you're saying that you just go to the city and you ask for a permit? Is that something they give to everybody or?
Yeah, you just call them up and they send you and give them your email address, and you give them your email address and they email you a permit, and you can put it on your computer or your phone or whatever and print it out or whatever you want to do, fill it out,
So where is
email
this
it
at?
back to them.
What city?
I'm in Danville, Virginia.
Okay. Now, I mean, because everybody, I mean, like, in Ohio, I mean, we have a few regulations about prospecting for gold. We're more restricted in our parks. We can't metal detect in our state parks,
Okay.
except for on beaches, you know, along the lake and stuff, or you know, whatever along the river. But we can't, you know, we can't metal detect. And like in my city, you're not allowed to metal detect in any park.
Really?
No, absolutely not. You
And see,
know.
one thing I do when I go to a city, well, all my stuff is city properties, none of it's state. We're not allowed to, federal and stuff like that, we're not allowed to metal detect in the state of Virginia. Now that was the first thing I did when I moved in this town, and I try to help people online too when they ask the same questions. I call my city office. What are your requirements for metal detecting? And sometimes I get a what? And then sometimes people know exactly what I'm talking about. And then they tell me the list of things, or they email me a list of things I got to do. And, you know, and they don't have any problems. Same way with school boards. A lot of people, which I never detected a school. I've got so many areas that I can detect where I don't have to be in somebody's way, you know, metal detecting a school board, school ground or something like that. I leave that to other people that want to detect it and stuff, you know. So they don't care in the town that I live in. Sorry, my wife's coming in, but they don't care the area that I live in. And so, but I leave the schools for the other people to detect, because I like detecting in the woods. I like detecting parks, walking creeks, areas like that, you know, where I like to detect. I like to detect away from everybody, because if I'm detecting an area and a crowd of people come in, I'll leave.
Yeah, so you detect a lot of woods and fields then?
I've never done fields yet. I want to start doing some fields. There's some fields that are not too far from me that I got a lot of history on it. I want to maybe one day try to get permission. But like I said, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 10 properties that are 10 minutes from me that are not a farm. They're the old 1800s home sites. If you go back and watch some of my videos, I'm either walking the creeks in this area or I'm walking an old farm. I do need a door knock because of the area I do right here, 5 minutes from my house, just across the creek is an old 1800s home site. The foundation is still there and the barn's still right beside it. I haven't gone on the driveway yet and asked permission for that one. I've been eyeballing it like crazy.
Yeah,
Because
but I have a few places like that here.
Yeah, because the park is actually part of the old farm. The family donated that park because it's across the creek. So they had to come around the creek, you know, to farm it and tend it. So they ended up donating it to the city and turned it into a park. And we had a lot of Civil War activity in this area. Of course, you know, you always hear it's been hunted to death, but I'm still looking and still hoping that there's still some scragglies hanging around waiting for me to find them. So I will find them one day.
I've heard, Tony, with the way technologies improve all through the years, every year, you know, a lot like computers, by the time you buy them, it's pretty much obsolete.
Yep.
So nothing's really seriously overhunted.
That's how I feel. Technology is constantly changing. So it's going to pick it. If it's there, it'll find it. I've got one patch of woods that had Civil War activity. And so far, all I found was a bunch of shotgun stamps. So, which I love shotgun stamps. I like collecting them. I got probably a handful in my garage over there. And I love the history of them. And some of them I got are well over 100 years old. And it's hard to believe they're still around, you know. And so I don't mind finding shotgun stamps. A lot of people don't like them; they'll just throw them to the side. But I actually like them. I like collecting them. So I don't mind that at all.
I see we got a raid happening in our chat.
A Digging with Deej raid.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deej, in your community. Hello, Lucky Ducky Thomas.
Broke the door down.
Hey, come on in.
Yeah. Hey, Deej, Jonathan, Fred,
Mikasa Sukasa.
Chris V. Welcome, welcome.
Chat's going crazy.
Oh yeah, they do that to us sometimes. It's really hard to keep up. It's really hard to keep up with them. You know, so
I can tell.
yeah, we try. I try to, you know, catch as much as I can.
You know, I'm just an average human being. I'm like everybody else. We all put our
Sure.
pants on the same
Hell,
way, no matter.
Yeah, there's 3 of us here. There's 4 of us some nights, and we still miss a lot. I mean, it's just, you know, crazy.
You know, I have to give 100% credit to anyone who does live streaming by themselves hosting. Like, Deej,
well,
Ray,
as long as
it's hard.
they're not, yeah, it is. As long as they don't stop and just start reading the chat while they're doing a live, that's fine. But when they stop and start just sitting there reading and reading, it gets a little boring. I suggest if you're going to read it out loud.
Yeah.
You know, right?
I wouldn't. I've never done a live feed, so
I was just going to ask you about that. Are you? Well, I was going to ask you about what are your plans with your channel? Because I think you mentioned something about you want to try some other types of treasure hunting.
I've thought about doing some live feeds. Now that I've got a camera that I can do live feeds on, because I don't use my phone anymore, which is normally what people do live feeds on. But I've got my wife was gracious enough to buy me a GoPro 9, GoPro Hero 9, about 3 or 4 months ago. I think it was beginning of the summer.
Nice.
I can't remember. So, so I'm able to do a live live stream with that. And I'm gonna start figuring out how to do it when I get back into the parks and the home sites and stuff, or get, you know, when I think about it when I'm out. That's the main thing. It's if I think about it, because when I'm out there, I'm concentrating on my swinging or my surroundings, and
Right.
so and that's one of the things that slips my brain on. Hey, I should go live, and you know, if I get a good signal, let's do this live dig. I don't think about it because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing, and my job.
It's a lot of work to do what
That's a
you're
lot to
doing
keep up.
and doing videos.
Yeah.
And you know, and the reality is that if you want to get the good shots, you have to set them up. You can't, you know, that great shot just doesn't always happen. You have to set some of those up. You know, especially if you're trying to tell a story. So, you know, I don't know how into your video production you get or you want to get. I'm sure you don't want to do, you know, 1 hour movies and stuff like that, or maybe you do. I don't know.
When I first started, I could probably do my videos in about 3 hours. When I first started, that's because I didn't know a whole lot. I wasn't trying new things. I wasn't, you know, trying this. I wasn't trying that. And I have spent 3 days on a video.
Yep, slap, throw it out there, right?
This last video I did 2 days of editing, and as I was saving it, my computer crashed.
No.
So I lost it. I lost 2 days of editing, and lucky enough, I still had the videos on my camera, so I had to re-upload them to my app and spend another 24 hours editing again just to get the video out.
Oh boy.
And so, you know, and that happens. You know, there's times, like I said, when I first started, I could go detective, come home, and 2 hours later have video out.
Yeah.
So, and not now. I put too much work into it now because I want the quality of the video. I want the video to try to be the best as I can make it be, and look as good, especially the money spent on these cameras that we spend now. And because not everybody uses their cell phone anymore. They do good pictures and good video, but not as good as some of the cameras out there. And so, you know, it's time consuming. As y'all probably, the research y'all put in on a claim or an area looking up for gold and stuff like that, and the time you go and let me go search this area and see what's there, and just the time
And the time and the cost. You know, there's always a cost involved.
I have people ask me all the time when I'm out, when they get around walking and stuff, well, how much does this cost? How much does that cost? I'm like, which part are you talking about? Well, the whole thing. What, the camera on my chest, or the sling, or the metal detector, or my shovel? Which part? All of it. About $1,500.
Yeah, none of it's cheap.
Yeah, that's I'm on the cheap side. And you know, and I said, well, right now I got about $1,500 in what I got. And there's some out there that cost 3 times more than this. And they're like, it's just why? You know, well, it's what you want. You go spend $60,000-$70,000 on a vehicle, don't you?
Right.
You get more enjoyment out of this than you would, you know, a $70,000 vehicle. So that's what I try to. I don't try to discourage people by this hobby at all. I tell a lot of people, go with what's your budget. Don't go in debt for this hobby.
Oh, you're gonna go in debt regardless.
Well, what I try to tell people when they first get started, start small. You know, don't go out there and buy the most expensive machine until you find out you're going to like this hobby.
Right.
You know, and then once you figure out that you're going to stay with this hobby and enjoy this hobby, then you can upgrade to the nicer machines. But, you know, buy something that if you decide you don't like this hobby, you can easily sell it and get some of your money back. And I tell people that all the time online and ask that same question. What machines out there? What what's the best machine? Well, what do you want it for? You know, what kind of detecting do you want to do? You know, that depends on what kind of machine you're going to buy. And I'm no expert by no means. I'll never claim to be an expert because I'm a newbie myself. I have questions every time I talk to somebody that's been in the game for longer than I have. You know, I wish I could had somebody to go along with me that has been in this game 30 years that could teach me some tricks, you know?
That would be nice.
Yeah. Everything I've done has been self-taught. So I've watched videos on YouTube and I go out there and try it. That's
Well,
how
that's the same with us. We learn off of each other.
Yeah.
You know? You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
All three of us started metal detecting approximately at the same time with any
No.
kind of seriousness.
Our
I mean,
friend Cheryl has a rose question for you. What is your favorite find, Tony?
My favorite find so far, I would have to say, it was a buckle that I found in a trash pit of an old farmhouse, late 1800s farmhouse. I think I put it up on my page. I have put the pictures up on my page. I don't know how to even show on this right here, but it was a buckle about 2.5 inches long and about 2 inches wide. It was made out of brass, and if you go back and see the video, it was off the side on the side of a hill, and I honestly believe this was the trash pit of the house, and it was only 2 inches in the ground, and I found it with my Ace 400. So you know, but that's my all-time favorite find that I still haven't identified an age yet. And I believe it was during Civil War, but I'm not 100% on that yet. I'll post some pictures of it later on my Facebook page and or my community up here on YouTube of it, so people can see it. And probably my second best is I found an 1800, no, it was either 1800, late 1800s or early 1900s plant railroad. You know, the gentleman that collected the tickets that wore the little tags on their hats and stuff?
Conductor?
Yeah, I found one of their tags and the
Oh,
same,
cool.
I'm actually on the same property. And I didn't know what it was, and I did the research of it and found out what it was, and it came all the way from Florida up here in Southern Virginia. And it was in that trash dump. It was in the same area. It was 6 feet from where I found that buckle. And the house that we were detecting was an old doctor's home. He built the home. He was the local hospital of the area. So we don't know if it was one of the patients at that hospital or how it got there. Same way with that buckle, we just don't know how it got there. But I still the tag, I identified the age. I think it was early 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s, the age on that. I did a history on that too. That's one thing with my videos. If I find something with any significant history, I'll put it in my video. That way, because I didn't know the history until I looked it up. So, you know, I like to put a history clip in my videos of a particular item.
So do you deliberately look for the history of an item? I mean,
Yeah.
even if you know what it is.
Yeah, I still like to, even if I know what it is, I'll still look it up and where I can put it, you know, make pictures out of it and stuff and put it so I can add it to my videos. That way for the audience and stuff, because they may not know what it is.
Right.
You know, so that would help somebody out and learn what that one item is, you know. So you just never know.
Yeah. So have you found anything that you haven't been able to identify?
Yeah, I found some pieces of burnt lead. All I know they are lead. I found little teeny items actually out here in my backyard that I've seen, but I couldn't tell you what it was. it looks familiar to me, but I really not 100% sure. There's probably over a handful of items that I've found that I have no clue what they are. And there's times that I go look it up and I can't find what it is. My wife has more luck than I do on looking stuff up. And she'll look something up for me and find it in a heartbeat where I've been looking for days and haven't been able to find it at all. And, I collect bottles too. I got a good collection of bottles. You'll see that in my videos.
I noticed in your videos you pay a lot of attention to the models.
Yeah. I don't hesitate on getting a bottle. I especially look for the bottles that are local, that's got my town on them, that was made right here in this town.
Right.
That's the ones I really keep. I even keep pieces of those. Most people would see a little chunk of, of a glass and just throw it back down. Well, if I know exactly where that bottle came from or that little piece came from, I'll keep it because I know it was made in my town. And some of a lot of bottles I have found is not real old, probably the 20s and 30s and 40s, but I like unique. If it looks different to me or it's made in the town, like I said, if it's made in the town that I'm from or I live in, I'll keep them. I have yet to find an old 1700s or 1800s bottle. I want to.
So here's another Rose question for you. If she was here, she'd ask you this. Money's no object. You got all the time in the world. Where would you like to go and prospect or treasure hunt or metal detect or
Probably up north.
up north? Up north.
Well, up north is Pennsylvania. The northern panhandle, like anywhere from Pennsylvania on up, because that was the oldest part of the country.
All right,
Anywhere, well, northern Virginia all the way up where they actually come here to in the 1700s and stuff like that.
Okay,
I got friends that are finding 1700 stuff right there in Richmond. So, it depends on what I'm looking for and where I want to dig. But if money was no option and I can just take a trip and stop somewhere and meet up with somebody and go detect for a day, I would just start around the Richmond area with some friends there and just work my way up all the way up north until I just couldn't go no more.
You couldn't go no more. Well, at least you want to stay in the States, and that's good.
Yeah, we got tons of history here. If I had the opportunity, don't get me wrong, I would love to go find some Roman stuff over across the pond. I would love to. I got a gentleman right now. He's on my Facebook page that would love for me to come over there and detect with him. So one day maybe I will. Maybe I would add that to my vacation. And get over there and find some Roman stuff. That would be pretty cool to me to find some Roman stuff to bring home.
Sure. That'd be awesome. Hey, let me say hi to Nick Balder and Liz from Digging Canuck.
Hi, Liz. Good to see you, Nick.
Paul Davis, how are you tonight? I think that's all I saw come in lately. Could be wrong.
Oh no, we have our regular lurkers also, right?
Two Toes, all you lurkers, welcome. Thanks
Two
for joining us.
Toes, Todd.
Yep.
We love our lurkers too.
Yes, we do.
You gotta have lurkers.
Yep.
And our trolls get taken care of by Mr. Lodak.
I don't even get a chance to see who they are. What's up, Practical Ken? He says a lurker here.
Well, that's okay. We love our lurkers also, Ken.
Gives your channel some attention.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and share. Share.
That's right. But
oh wait, did I like it? I better see if I liked it.
Oh, Randy Lewis is here too. It's good to see our
Randy, what's up,
Canadian
Randy?
friends in the house.
Oh, okay, now I like
You didn't like it yet, Jesse?
it. I always wait till I'm sure I like the show or not. I don't want to give no fake likes, you know.
That's right.
Right.
And my channel is actually, I think 180 from 1,000 subscribers right now.
Oh, really? Hey, well, you hear that, guys? See how
I'm
many-
only
how
180,
many-
something like that. Last I checked.
See how
So-
close we get into 1,000. He can go live on his phone.
Yeah. Yeah. And give me something else to do.
Yeah.
Well, as you sit right at this very second, 822.
Cool. I appreciate it. Thumbs up to everybody that's done that. I
So
appreciate that.
hopefully we'll get you up a little higher than that.
I appreciate it. I take anything I can get. It's a hard job doing it, but I enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
is
gotta
kind of a
enjoy- you gotta
labor
enjoy
of
this.
love.
Yeah, you got to enjoy this, or it's.
Oh yeah, or you won't do it.
So here's so you haven't been doing this too long, a few years. Have you had anybody come up to you and say, "Oh, I know who you are. I've seen you. I watch your videos."
Not yet.
Not yet.
It
Not
will happen.
Will happen.
Or they'll hear
Don't be
your
afraid.
voice in like Menards from 2 aisles down and say, that sounds like
don't-
Tony.
Don't do yourself a favor. Don't freak out. Be on your guard, but don't freak out over it.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's gonna happen at some point. Someone's gonna come up and say, "I know, aren't you so and so? I watched your videos, or I know that voice." Yeah, it's gonna happen.
I'm ready for it.
It's cool. It's cool. It's fun, but like I said, be on guard.
It makes you feel good. I'm sure it does.
Sure. Especially if it happens to you right at that time when you're just going, is this worth it?
Yeah.
Do I really want to continue doing this? And then maybe someone will come up to you and go, "Oh, I watched your video. It really helped me out a lot. That was really great."
Yeah. Cool Arrows Gold just commented on one of my videos and said I come over from flashing your pan.
All
He
right,
just commented
cool
on one of my
arrows.
videos.
Yep.
Your sister's here, Jesse.
My sister?
Yeah.
Hey, there she is, my sister. Hi, Diane. Long
And
time no see.
Liz, thank you for the super chat. Love you too, my Canadian sister.
Liz is all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
She found a couple American quarters today in her coin roll hunting. Oh, I want to show her something I was bragging about. So I'm going to show my ugly face here for a second, if you don't mind, Tony.
But yeah, there's times that make you ask yourself, is all this worth it?
Oh,
And then
believe me.
and I try to help people online on Facebook and stuff. And they go, well, all I ever see y'all find is all the treasures and stuff. We never see the trash, and all I'm finding is trash. And with my channel, a lot of people will see that's just now joining my channel. I show it all. I've made videos called "The Reality of Metal Detecting," just because we didn't.
Most of the people that I watch, they show all the trash they buy.
Oh, there's a lot of them that don't.
Sure. I'm sure.
But and that'll get that gets people discouraged, new to the hobby.
Right.
Where all they, I guess, because what they see online and stuff, they don't see people showing the trash and all that.
It's really cool watching a video and somebody finds a gold ring or
Yeah.
class ring.
That makes for a good day.
Or
Don't,
you got
if
some
you're
really
gonna
nice
show good
silver,
treasure, sorry, Jesse, finish.
and then you know you go, oh, I want to do that, and like you said, they go out and spend the money, and they start finding us with trash. I like watching the trash get pulled out. That's why I
Yeah.
like people like Zero Discrimination, like you know, just anybody that you know, the Jersey history hunter, they show the trash, you know. That's good. We needed to see it.
And then that shows people the reality of what we go through every day, every time we go out. That you're not always going to find like hoverboards. They always show the trash, and look how big their channel is, and they're always, this is my trash. This is what we dug to find this, and
Yeah,
a
well.
lot of people get discouraged, the newcomers, and I try to help them. Hey, I try to help anybody I can help when I can. Just because when I had questions, there were always somebody there to answer them. So I try to be the same way with folks online and on Facebook and stuff. And I've also got a Facebook page with the same name. If y'all want to come and join, just come and get a request, and I'll approve you. But I try to tell them, don't be discouraged, because there's people that you might dig 100 holes before you find that one Merc or that 164 Rosie dime. You might dig 100 holes before you find that. But don't get discouraged.
You might dig one hole and find it, and then never find anything again.
That's exactly right, because you just never know how. It's like a bag of M&Ms.
Look at our poor buddy Dano. He went out Sunday looking for gold with his metal detector. What did he find? Pounds of lead.
67 grams of lead.
Save that
But
lead,
you had fun,
Dano.
right? The main thing is having fun.
Oh, I had a blast. My back hurt. My legs were sore when I got home. I had a blast.
Save that lead. We'll make diving weights out of them.
They're bullets.
Lead adds up.
We take you some leave and keep on moving.
Yeah.
Bradville.
Well, when we go over there with our metal detectors again, now we'll find the gold.
That's right.
Yeah, Dano did all the hard work and found all the lead.
Gold's there.
Gold's there. Dano's pulled a nice nugget out of there, so that's
one.
I stopped showing gold in a lot of my videos because people would get clues of where I'm at. Because here in Ohio, there's no claims, and so we either do it on public access or on club properties.
Right.
Our prospecting. Now, if it's permissions, we could get away with showing more stuff. But like on a club property, I've showed some gold, good gold I was getting. Next time you go there, it's bombarded. And so I stopped showing so much of gold. And I know that's what you all want to see, but I like having some diggings.
They can look at that. There's some gold.
There's your treasure porn GoPro.
There's some more.
That's the retirement right there.
Yeah, right. Too late. Already retired.
Oh, okay. I guess you can say I am too. I don't get up and punch a clock anymore.
Well,
Oh yeah, but your job is 24/7, brother. 24/7.
Yes, it is. That's a full-time job.
Dano.
And lucky enough.
I hear echo.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I hear an echo.
Echo.
Dano, they want you to put your YouTube page out there. Can't find you.
I'm nobody.
We know.
I'm nobody.
Still put it out there.
I like it that way.
He likes hiding in the dark.
I've been on YouTube for 6 years now. I'm just about to top like 400.
Yikes, you're beating me.
I don't advertise. I don't put my channel out. If you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. It don't hurt my feelings. I'm good with it. It's all prospecting pretty much. Got a couple oddball videos in there, but pretty much all prospecting.
Well, we could fix that. You're at 421 right now, Dano. Show Dano Armano some
Don't stop
lovins.
it.
Put the
Huh?
link in there. Ed. There you go.
Here, I'll put it out there, right there.
I'll
Good
put it
day,
in.
Nikki. Have a great day, hun.
There it is. Oh, he put it out too.
Bye,
Ed
Nikki.
ordered me too.
You got 422 now.
Right on, Paul.
I have videos I don't have up anymore either because when I first started prospecting, I didn't realize you wasn't allowed to go into the banks. And at this one place I went 12 foot into a bank. Got good gold, but you're not supposed to dig in the banks.
Oh, wow.
We can't show that.
I know better now. That's why I took the videos down. I will not promote that and get prospectors in trouble.
Right.
Yeah,
Then
you don't-
other prospectors think it's all right.
Yes.
And where it's not.
I heard a lot of people jumping the fence or night. What do you call it? Night hawking? Is that where they go at night or something on somebody's permission?
Yeah, metal detecting.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a no.
I couldn't bring myself to do stuff like that.
Rock, salt, and a shotgun send you screaming from that one.
Yeah.
That or a pit bull
They're a pit bull, yeah.
One or two.
or both.
Not those kind of banks, guys.
But main thing is just have fun. Enjoy.
Right.
Enjoy what you're
Exactly.
doing.
Yeah.
Anything
exactly.
you do in life, just have fun doing it.
It's like I tell everybody, we get more gold being together at the creek than we get actual gold.
Yeah.
It's the sitting by the fire, it's the hanging out, it's the people, it's the experience. That's the true treasure.
AU. It's
Oh,
around.
exactly.
The memories. When I lived before I moved here, I did metal detecting with a group of guys, and I had so much fun, metal detecting with them because we always every Sunday we got together because that's when everybody had off, and back then my wife had Sundays off, so I was able to go, and you look forward to that Sunday because you knew you were getting with the guys, and even if you didn't find much of anything, you had the memories and you had the laughs. And now I'm able to take solo because I moved. And so there's people that are close, but we just can't get our schedules together and mentally attack together. But, sometimes when I'm out in the woods, I'm one of them. It came from the job I had. I'm always watching my surroundings to see what's around me. So, and sometimes in the woods are spooky, especially first thing in the morning when the sun's coming up. And so it would be nice to have somebody, over there mentally detecting because in case somebody did come through the woods, there always somebody there to back me up.
Right.
I carry my shovel and my digging tool real close to my hand just in case I do need it. And I've almost had to use it a couple of times, but I think I scared the person more than it scared me. So that's one thing you need to watch out when you're out and about too, is somebody walking up on you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's why, we really push. If you're gonna go out doing this, man, don't go by yourself.
No.
Really take someone with and be with someone.
Yeah.
You got a freak accident, get hurt and be laying there. I mean,
It doesn't even It doesn't even matter about. It's not even about being worried about somebody coming up on you, but it's about what happens if you accidentally trip or fall and break something or knock yourself out or literally just hurt yourself really bad where you can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you
just
off.
always go with someone, or at least let people know where you're going.
Yeah.
Sure.
One thing I do, especially with today's technology, these phones right here, I turn my location on and send it to my wife, and me and her constantly text back and forth with each other. That way, and if she doesn't hear from me a certain amount of time, she'll text me or she'll call me and FaceTime me to make sure I'm okay. Because I do walk the creeks by myself and I do go out in the woods by myself, and until I'm able to get my schedule right and detect with other people. Right now I am doing it by myself. So I cut my location on my phone and I send it to my wife. and it's a 24-hour location, so she can hit
Right.
it and know exactly where I am
Yeah, at least make
and
sure somebody knows where
how
you're at.
fast am I moving and stuff like that. And like I said, she'll text me or she'll call me if she hadn't heard from me for a certain amount of time. She'll FaceTime me just to make sure I'm okay.
Ski Searcher says he does the same thing.
So that's the way I do it with my wife now. I keep my location on.
Yeah. Back home in
Oh, me and Matt
Washington.
talk all the time.
Back home in Washington, I'd show loved ones the area I'm in on a topo map and how to get there. And if I'm not back by a certain time, or they hear from me from a certain time, because once I'm up in the Cascades back home, you know, there is no cell service. So it's a little different here in Ohio.
Yeah.
Liz carries pepper spray.
Practical man.
I
Probably, but you would never know it. Or practical kid. Hence the word concealed.
Yep.
When I was in the North Cascades, I open carried.
Well, I was going to say, Diane, in Ohio, it's open carry.
Yeah, but my issue is you should be able to conceal carry.
Yes, yeah, so I even look on Google Maps.
Right.
And I'll show my wife exactly where I'm going to park the car.
Right.
That way she knows where the car is going to be parked and everything, just in case.
Yep, it's always good if you have to go out alone to always let someone know where you are.
Yep.
What time to expect hearing from you. Mm-hmm. Also have extra water, clothing, blankets, several means of a fire, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and more and more states are becoming open carry too.
Who cares about open carries? That's your right to begin with. Concealed carry should be no permit. Your Second Amendment is that. But this ain't a politics show.
And there's some states that are going into that too.
Oh yeah, Texas,
Vermont, I believe. Somewhere in
Vermont?
New England. No, not Vermont. Somewhere in New England. They're going. Yeah, you don't need a permit.
And Gold Pro Unlimited say end extra beer, so you don't want to run out of beer if something happens up there.
A little cachets of beer here and there.
Snacks of beer, you gotta have it.
Heavy Meadow Detective says, I don't worry about people or animals if I'm alone, but it's because of my lethal combat skills. It depends on me. If I've ate a lot of beans, I got some lethal combat skills that night.
Yeah, I think gas works well.
Hydrated. Yeah, you bet. In a tight situation, it could be a lethal flamethrower.
Yes, it could.
You just gotta worry about the backwash.
Well, they can follow your scent then. You know, they'd be able to find you a lot easier. All I have to do is follow that scent. But you know, if you follow along on my channel, look forward to some more videos coming. I get busy with life and it's hard to get out sometimes, but I'm gonna get back out here soon. We just dropped down to the 40s at night here this week.
Yeah,
Still
we
getting about
get
60s
that
to
too.
70s here during the day, but early in the morning it's in the 40s. So
Yeah, same here. Brr.
that's cold for us. But there's gonna be some more videos coming soon.
That's cool. I think we should call it a night, Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me show my mug.
Ed sounded like he's getting weaker and weaker, so he needs to go take some Mucinex and go on to bed.
Yeah, because unfortunately, no matter how I feel in the morning, I gotta work. I'm used up my last vacation day yesterday, and we have no sick days at my job. So,
Oh wow.
now if my boss's son Tyler's watching, talk to your mom about sick days, boy. Um, because that would be nice. It wouldn't eat into my vacation days. But for all of you that are here normally, are locals, you're like calling it a night. You're only halfway into your show. Well, a couple of us are sick. Jesse and I are sick. I've been in bed for most of 2 days. Our guest is under the weather also, and Dano, he's a trooper and hanging out with us. We appreciate all of you joining us tonight. It means a lot to us. Liz, thank you for the $10 super chat. And Brewer Prospecting, thank you for becoming a channel member. Next week, if all goes right, we'll be having Diamond Miner Ivans rejoining us again. Lots happened since the last time he's been on, so I hope it goes well and he's able to catch the show. Tony, I appreciate you joining us.
I appreciate you having me.
Oh, it was a good time. Thank you for being so talkative. Jesse appreciates that, and so do
Yes,
I.
appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Everybody, do me a favor while you have people in your prayers. Give a nice, positive thoughts and prayers to our sister Rose. And I found out the other day my brother and sister-in-law are back home in Washington, or especially my brother's in the hospital with the Kung flu and pneumonia. So if you'd be kind enough to put them in your prayers, that'd be greatly appreciated by me. Again, thank you all for joining us for another Tuesday night Hangout Live, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, may you always have a flash
Bye, guys.
in your pan.
You
Y'all
know,
later.
That's right, Jesse, because it happens. Maybe one day too, we'll meet you on the river. Good night, everybody. God bless. Love you all.
and
Hey,
everyone.
YouTubers and friends, thanks for joining us for another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live with Leader Jeff.
I hope everybody feels better.
Jeff, Jeremy.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
You're more
I
than
enjoyed it, but
welcome.
definitely have to do it again sometime.
Yep.
Sure thing.
All right, man.
Sounds great.
Y'all have a good night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Doggone it. I had that in the wrong place. Oh, I tell you, Ed, your blonde moments are devastating.
That depends, is the mic still on?
Yeah, the mic's on. Thank you, everybody. Love you all.